amassing riches. We hope to hear from lawyers as well. My name is Julius J. Welcome. At 5 p.m. we will have with us the folks from the Center for National Documents and Records Agency, the archives, as how we refer to it. Yeah, we want to know plenty of things from them. Like we say, it's always important to bring these folks on to talk about what they're doing. We'll hear about some exhibition of old documents and all that, but also how do you carry about your documents, registration, and different things. They'll give us all of that education on today. Folk, like we have some paid-for guests here talking children's matter. We got to talk about our children at times, so it's important that we will have them here change for Liberian Children and Youth CLCY. They will be here 4:15. Paid for, as a matter of fact. Before that, all of the issues. Some big move in the Samuel Tour and others case. Finda Bondo. Huge amount of drugs confiscated. A bust has taken place. This one, people are estimating could be in multiple tens or hundreds of millions. But we'll see what happens, what the details will be. But it is a fast moving, big moving news day right here on the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. Okay, so this is where we go next, right here. Things are happening, very interesting things, very interesting things are happening, and they will continue to happen. This is where we go next, nowhere else, right here. At least 144 people are believed to be dead or missing after several migrant boats ran into trouble off the coast of Mauritania during rescue operations carried out in several operations between July 14 and 18. Most of the victims were on a boat that had left the Gambia and spent 25 days stranded at sea. Only 38 people survived, including 2 children who reportedly lost their entire families. And Ghana's main opposition party has reacted with anger after one of its most influential leaders was sentenced to 20 years in jail with hard labor for illegal mining offenses The New Patriotic Party (NPP) alleged that the landmark judgment against Bernard and Tui Boasiako, the party's chairman for the Ashanti region, was politically motivated. Popularly known as Chairman Bontumi, Boasiako is the first senior politician in Ghana to be convicted of illegal mining since the government began a crackdown on the practice in 2017. Share the video. Invite others to join in. Let's take a very quick break with some of our sponsors here on the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5.
Who takes care of development in our country?
We all do, my baby. You see, every time we pay our taxes, we are taking care of our country, Mama Liberia. Taxes help provide clean water, safe communities, and jobs for our people. When you pay your tax, Liberia grows.
Be proud, be responsible. Pay your taxes for a better Liberia. Pay tax, we all enjoy.
We are brave. We are passionate.
Hey, Tanu, I need cash and there is no ATM around here.
Really? Did you try the EcoBank POS?
POS? I said I need cash. What is it about POS?
Judy, you can get your cash through the POS. All you need to do is to visit any EcoBank Express point or petrol trade gas station and request to use the POS. Guess what? It can also take other bank cards.
Oh, widow. You mean cards from banks overseas too?
Yes, it should just be your Visa card.
Wow, great. So when there is no ATM around me, I will just use the POS to get my money fast. EcoBank has made it too easy, man. EcoBank and innovation that will 5 and 6 so.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Your cars, generators, and other machines can last much longer when you use the right kind of petroleum products to power your engines. Sunek Group, located on Bushwood Island, is dealer and distributor of high-quality petroleum products across Liberia at available prices. At Sunek Group, we sell and distribute high-quality petrol, gas, and diesel fuel to fueling stations across the nation. Our highly trained, professional, and customer-friendly staff are always waiting and ready to serve you. We deliver your petroleum products to your destinations on time. No worries. Power your engines with the right kinds of petrol, oil, and gas today and save time and money. Come to Sunek Group, your one-stop distributor of high-quality petrol, oil, and gas. We are located in a BMC building opposite UBA Bank, just a block away from LPRC on Bushwood Island. For more information, call 0777-062-441 or 0886-473-164. Sunek Group, spinning the wheels of oil and gas in Africa.
Your favorite RLJ Kendeja Resort and Villas is new and improved with top-notch first-class services guaranteed to make you feel pampered and special as our royal guests. Ideally located on the RI Highway, a few minutes drive from the rehab junction, right in front of the Atlantic Ocean, you are assured of a peaceful, serene atmosphere of a home away from home. The ingredients for our Liberian meals are freshly picked from our garden to give you that unforgettable taste of Liberian cuisine. Our villas are designed and equipped to ensure every night spent with us is a memorable one. We are well positioned to host conferences and seminars of all sizes, as well as outdoor events like garden weddings and parties. Book your upcoming events and leave the rest for us to handle with 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can reach us on 0770-533-415 or email us at reservations@kendejaresort.com.lr. Visit our website on www.rljkendejaresort.com.lr. RLJ Kendeja Resort and Villas, for memories worth repeating.
indeed. Welcome back. Let's read this one. The Liberia Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, LATI, has begun preparing Liberia's 17th and 18th ERTI reports for fiscal years 2024 and 2025. Under the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative standard, implementing countries must report annually. This initiative aims to enhance transparency and accountability in Liberia's extractive industries. To prepare the report, the LERTR Secretary has hired KFA Consultants Liberia in collaboration with Usalis from Tunisia as the independent administrator. Given the above, the LERTR Secretariat seeks the full cooperation of all reporting institutions, that's companies and government institutions, in executing this task. As this report is crucial, the multi-stakeholders group has mandated the Secretariat to use Regulation 001 and the LATI Act to enforce compliance, especially during data collection. As part of its enforcement measures and in line with Regulation 001 and the LATI Act, the Secretariat will submit the list of delinquent companies and government institutions to the National Legislature and the Office of the President and publicly name and shame them. Meanwhile, the LATI Secretariat will shortly commence disseminating the 16th summary report throughout the country. The dissemination of this summary report is a vital requirement under the ERTR standard. It equips citizens with factual data to strengthen public debates, promote a culture of transparency and accountability between the government and citizens and between citizens and extractive companies, and reduce conflict in affected communities. And this is signed by the Secretariat of LATI. Okay. Things are happening, but let's see if we can just throw in something right here as we run into, like we said, share the video, invite others to join in. This is the OK conversation. How come this other gospel folder is empty? Well, it should not be. Yeah. Okay. We'll just leave it there. So, like we said, things are happening. Let me read what we have so far in Front Page Africa. OKFM is reporting as well. Front Page Africa has already about a major drug bust. But before we go there, we know that Councillor Charlie Brumskin has been confirmed, approved, and everything else to be one of the justices of the ECOWAS court there, housed in Abuja, Nigeria. I will say congratulations to her. Also, one of the commissioners of another body, Depu Zuo of the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, one of the deputy ministers there, has been approved to play that role. You know, it's always an important thing when you see Liberians serving in high-profile roles. We have a Liberian who is the head of GIABA, the anti-money laundering grouping of the sub-region. He is the head there. We also have a Liberian former finance minister who is heading one of the other financial institutions of ECOWAS. So, I mean, it's a fairly good thing to have our people at these institutions. You go to a whole lot of institutions, you see Ghanaians, Nigerians, Kenyans, and different country people. It is a good thing to have our own people at top levels there. So, who is this Charlene Bromsky? Yeah. She has 23 plus years of legal experience across multiple international jurisdictions. She has a Juris Doctor degree, that's JD, from Howard HWRD University School of Law in Washington, D.C. That was in 2002. LLM, International Corporate and Commercial Law, King's College London, UK. Expected January 2027. Valedictorian, Liberian Supreme Court Bar Examination, highest score, national exam, bar admissions at the Liberian National Bar, New York State, District of Columbia. So she's part of the Liberian National Bar. She's part of the New York State District of Columbia Bar. Core experience, international law, human rights and rule of law, treaty interpretation, international trade law, corporate and commercial law, cross-border disputes, public policy and governance. Her experience in government, human rights and litigation, founder and managing attorney of the CMB Law Group, LLC, member Liberia's World Trade Organization Accession Negotiation Team, contributed to the Working Party Draft Report, participated in Geneva negotiations, February 2015, aligned Liberian law with multilateral trade obligations. She was the lead consulting attorney, Liberia's Anti-Human Trafficking National Action Plan, where she developed and drafted the National Action Plan, directed public awareness and outreach strategy for the Ministry of Justice. Civil and human rights litigator, Lasner and Kubitschek, New York City, 2006 to 2008, where federal civil rights litigation under 42 USC 1983, briefs, blah, 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 blah. Policy specialist, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, 2009 to 2013. Judicial law clerk, Superior Court of the District of Columbia, at the Honorable Harold L. Cushenberry Jr., 2002 to 2003. She drafted orders, conducted research, liaised between court and litigants. Academic and legal contributions, Associate Professor, Liberia School of Law, 2025 to present, Business Corporations Law. Associate Professor, Louis Arthur Graham School of Law, University of Liberia, 2021 to present, sabbatical, legal methods, research, and writing. Member, Law School Admission Committee. Political leadership and public service, vice presidential candidate, Republic of Liberia 2023 presidential elections, Liberty Party collaborating political parties, managed campaign activities, blah, blah, blah. Chair Advisory Council, Liberty Party, Amuja Leadership Initiative experience, and so on and so forth. Professional affiliations, Chair Governance Pillar of the African Women Leadership Network. So, I mean, huge experience there. Of Charlene Bronsky. When we get Minister Depuzuo's background, we'll also read that as well. We hope to get that from him very soon. Okay. Okay, so like we said, things are happening. Joint security, and I would say perhaps with, because their international partners always say they render support to international partners. But Liberian joint security, especially the police, did a drug bust somewhere in Douazon, and tons, bags and bags and bags of possibly cocaine confiscated in that bust. Between now and tomorrow, we should be able to know what the value is. If they quantify it and they add value to it, we will know. But that one might be, because if that small one we saw was 19 point something million, Then the one we see now could be in the hundreds, 100 plus, 200 plus, 300 plus, who knows? But they will tell, if it is so cocaine, they will tell us. They will tell us what the approximate street value is, and that could now tell you some things. This, the fact that it can come here, pass everywhere else, and be housed somewhere. Is it connected to the 19 that was being taken out or not? We don't know, but the security forces will tell us. What they're sending is small, because the thing is plentiful. Why are they brave enough? A Spanish and Colombian and a Colombian national, 2 human beings, were arrested along with the drugs. I saw it. Why are the buggers so brave? Where did they pass to bring all that stuff and have it housed somewhere? So the details will come out. Years ago, 100 million worth was confiscated from a coke storage. Today it is a house. But we got the details. The security people will tell us what the details are. So we hold it right there for now. We have with us our Judicial Bureau people. We have Watson Riches here. Watson, welcome.
Welcome, Julius, and it's always a pleasure to be on your platform.
We also have his how we call her? That you training her now?
Yeah, I'm trying.
The same way Master mentored you, so you are mentoring Mariama Jallo. Mariama, welcome.
Thank you, Julius. It's wonderful to be here.
Okay, 2 big things. First of all, former Chief of Protocol Finda Bondo. Why did she go to prison?
So, as you may be aware, some part of last month, Finda Bondo came into the country. When she heard that there was a writ of arrest up for her, she came to the country and she filed a surety bond. So there was a hearing on that particular surety bond, and then the first surety bond that she filed, the judge denied the first surety bond, and then they told her, they gave her 72 hours to file another bond. And then she did file the bond that she was requested to file. And then the hearing was done yesterday, and then today was a final judgment. When the judge went through the final judgment, he again denied the bond that was filed by Finda Bondo on grounds that 2 of the sureties that filed the bond on behalf of her had some equipment on it. The guy who filed the one, John Mose Betty, he filed US 250,000 surety bond, and then that particular bond that he filed for her, he had already filed in other courts.
Okay.
Yeah, so the tax
liability. So that means it was from an insurance company.
Yes, the tax liability on that bond incurred, so it was insufficient. So the total bond summed up to 590 plus thousand, but then they said the particular case she's being tried for is almost the bond she's supposed to file should exceed the particular.
And do we know what the figure is approximately?
Right now, she's supposed to file 8 million bond.
Oh,
8
wow.
million United States bond. That's the bond she's supposed to file now.
So how the bond thing looking? I can't, I can't let your quote in it. But what does it really look like when they say bond? What is it?
So when you find a bond, it can be in cash normally, right? It's not really in cash. You have to do a property.
Oh, okay.
You have to bring property that will value that particular amount.
But she has properties. She can use her own property?
They will value the property. Now you have to go to the ARA whether that property don't have tax liability. Because if you only any tax or real estate tax on that property.
Just bring the mark up to your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you only real estate tax, they have to calculate the year that you have not paid taxes for on that particular property that you will have to pay that tax. They give you tax certificate before they can even use that for the bond. So normally they go to the insurance companies to do the filing of their bonds for them.
She was ordered arrested.
Yeah.
But was she arrested?
She was never arrested. She turned in herself.
Okay.
She went at the Monrovia Central Prison by herself.
She drove herself there.
She drove herself there. She just called her lawyer.
Is it standard practice?
Yeah, it's normally done.
Okay.
If you feel you can willingly turn yourself in, because the judge announced it during the final judgment. He said,
was she in court when it was?
She was never in court today.
Okay.
Only her lawyer represented her in court. So when the judge ruled that she should be arrested, wherever they see her, she should be arrested. So she just turned in herself. She drove at the Monrovia Central Prison, and then she just called her lawyer and told him that she was already at the prison compound. So they just go and do the normal thing.
So what happens next? So this is the case is not tried yet.
No.
It hasn't even started.
It has not started yet.
But
what happens next is that she needs to file the surety bond in order to be out for the case to be ongoing.
So if she doesn't file the bond, she'll
remain in prison while the case is still ongoing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. What is your reading? Let's hear from Mariam. What is your reading on this first case?
Well, I listened to her when she appeared at the Monrovia Central Prison, and everybody was actually shocked because it's not normally expected. We expected the noise, the police movement and thing. And she said that she willingly did this and she leave everything in the hands of God. I'm like, wow. I was actually surprised. I'm like, this is not normal. For me, this is my first time seeing this. Most often when people are under arrest, in less than an hour, they will be arrested. They will go for them. The police will go for them, and the drama will be all around. And I saw her walk there, and she remained calm in that entire situation. And she had a company, though. Maxine Kimia was there with her.
Yeah, Max. That's D. Maxwell.
D. Maxwell Kimia.
He's one of the key people around former President Weah.
Yeah, and we expected a lot of drama around that place, but he himself didn't say anything. He just kept quiet, and it was only her lawyer that were speaking, which of course he said that that particular bond that they are asking her to file is way out of line. She would not be able to file that, according to him, because she's not the only person in that particular case.
So he's saying that it is excessive.
Yeah, it's so excessive. So
okay, let's listen to what she said.
No, honestly, for some time now I decided not to talk, but at this point in time I say all glory belongs to God. All glory belongs to God. I came on my own, right? Before my lawyer could come. And I'm waiting, ready, to God alone be the glory. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was what she said. Now, the other big one, the investigation with with the case involving former Finance Minister Samuel toward the issue of the jurors. What do we know? What did the judge actually say, Watson?
So I would like you to begin with Mariama, because I was not in court today. I went where the drugs were confiscated. So I was with the police.
Oh, okay. Then we can ask you about that. Yeah, Mariama, you can come in.
So that's something, today is my first time witnessing that. And here is it, right? The judge said that the investigation conducted, the findings shows that there were juror tampering, and that all the 15 jurors should be arrested because one day they defy the law. According to the juror law, you shouldn't have telephones, you shouldn't be communicating outside, especially when you have already been isolated.
Did he say who tampered with them?
So a juror there had a telephone, and that person was communicating with outsiders, and other juror members were using that particular phone to communicate outside as well. So that particular call logs were given by the two GSM companies, both Orange and Lone Star, which they subpoenaed the companies to do, and they gave them the call log. And they went through that call log, they realized that while those jurors were in juror quarter, they were communicating outside regularly.
But do we have the report, the report from the judge? Do we have it? Because
So we went back to the guy. He said we should give him some time, and then he would send us the ruling later. But these are just what we pick up from the court.
but did they say names like the jurors are communicating with this person or
No,
that person?
so that's another thing. The court ruled that these people that they were communicating with, these contacts, be identified and arrested. So that has been left with the rightful authorities to do that, to identify these contacts, because the numbers were read out in court.
So
the numbers that they've been contacting was read out. So these numbers will now be identified to perhaps an individual, and then they will be arrested.
But I say it's taking a long time. Couldn't the investigation through the same GSM companies
So the code,
establish who owns the
the
numbers?
code deals with specific issues and specific cases, right? If you file a writ of subpoena, desisticon or a testificamdium on a
What
particular.
can I be with you? Attested candidate.
Okay, subpoena desisticon is a writ that you file requesting a particular institution that has that ability to just produce a document.
Okay.
A testificamdium is when you tell you, say, bring the document and come and testify to this document. The testification, when you come to testify to a particular document, is why it's a Latin word called a testificamdium.
Okay.
So that's where you bring the document and come and testify to this document. So these contacts they were communicating with, it was never subpoenaed. So right now, it left with the prosecution to also subpoena the GSM company now, to subpoena them to show the identity of the how you call it,
The
contacts that these jurors were in constant communication with.
So what happens with the case itself then?
So the court has also ruled that the verdict be overturned. There should be a new trial, which of course the defense counsel has accepted to, and
He said he would take advantage of the statute of the law.
Sure,
I
he's
spoke with
going-
some. I spoke with some lawyers, and they were confused by that. They said, did anybody request a new trial, especially in a case where some of the those accused were declared not guilty? They were set free by the very court.
So my setup here is a little bit complicated, right? The whole trial is complicated, but the argument of the defense has been this particular investigation is subject is out of the presiding judge jurisdiction, because his term ended and the case ended, the jurors were disbanded. For you to have come back down and call them and do an investigation, there were the sticky parties. They said it has never happened in our jurisdiction. But we are still waiting to see from the Supreme Court what the Supreme Court is going to say, because they have taken this flight to the Supreme Court. Whatsoever the Supreme Court will say, that's what we will follow.
Do we have instance? And again, I'm putting it out there to lawyers who was, because some of those I spoke with do not want to speak on the record. Yeah. They think it might injure the judiciary and all those kinds of things. But lawyers out there, what has it happened before? Because what one of the lawyers told me was that if the trial is ongoing and then the judge notices some issues, they can disband that jury and restart the trial and blah blah blah. But a case where there is a final ruling, the jury is disbanded, then people bring up allegations about tampering to overturn a verdict. They really cannot remember.
Yes, for my little time I was spent within the judiciary cycle, I have never seen that as well. But for the case to be ongoing and then you disband the jury panel, it has happened.
Yeah.
In the Asson case, it happened twice.
Yeah.
It happened twice, right? The juror were disbanded twice, and then right now they disbanded the one that were there. So they're supposed to even find or certain group of jurors to come and sit on a particular case. But for you to disband the entire jury panel,
the case finish, everything, and then come back.
We call them. I have never seen it. This is my first time.
Okay, now, so have we heard from the prosecution?
Well, they spoke today, but like I said to you, I just spent a few time.
You know that whole trial, there were all kinds of leaks coming out.
Yes.
From that trial, so
there's a whole lot of controversy around that trial. So I don't.
Right after the trial, in fact, there was a whole lot of noise. Supporters were just all out there making arguments. Some even wanted to fight. Like, why are they even fighting?
Well, that's
it was so intense. Like. Some was like, "This is not okay. This is unconstitutional," and I mean, there was a whole lot of noise.
And let's see what Samuel Twe wrote in response. He has written. Okay. Let's go to what his immediate response to the ruling on today. He said, "Today, Liberian justice and democracy took a gigantic step backwards, but men are prepared to resist this slide into anarchy. No judge, no justice, and no president can ever change my not guilty verdict. It is etched in the history of our country. The kangaroo fast handed down today is just that, a kangaroo ruling. I have instructed my legal team that my legal journey has since ended with my verdict, and I will not submit myself to any Supreme Court process. As such, they will find nothing before the Supreme Court. We have left the law and are now in the full realm of politics. I remain a free man. Samuel Deatwell Jr., that fearless Gribble warrior." He said he's not filing anything. He is free as far as he's concerned.
So I think now there is a contradiction because Councillor Johnson said that they are taking it to the higher court.
Well, maybe that was before the councillor heard from his, because he is a client. He can instruct.
Yeah.
And so let's see what happens. In terms of the drug, what is did you count the number of bags?
I was unable.
What, is it too much?
Julius, I entered the place, right? They took us to the house. It's a fenced compound.
In Dwazon?
In Dwazon, right behind the McGill Road there, right behind that area. Isolated place. The drugs in the living room, it was piled up. In the kitchen, in the cabinet.
Wow.
On the kitchen sink. I was like, wow. The police took almost 45 minutes uploading that drugs on the.
No, but then it might be more than 200 to 300 million, because that's small one they were trying to.
Yeah, they took 45 minutes to upload that thing on the police truck. 45 good minutes they took to upload it. It's in suitcases, it's in rice bag, it's in a stealer in a carton with plastic. But it was tested right on the ground there, and it was proven to be positive to be cocaine.
Wow.
On the ground. Yeah.
But did they? I saw pictures. Did they see guns of the guys too?
Yeah, there was gun. We saw a pistol, but they said they couldn't identify that particular pistol because they have not seen it in Liberia. That kind of pistol.
The guys looked like they were not bothered.
Well, they were even joining this morning when the police barricaded the place. They were roasting meat, eating, enjoying themselves.
Well, we hope to hear from the authorities the value of it. But thanks so kindly, ladies and gentlemen, mentor and mentee from the judiciary. You've heard from them. I really want to hear from legal people. Some of those I spoke with said, well, this whole Samuel Twe others overturning, because they said, because one of them asked who is requesting new trial, because you know. They said they've not read the ruling yet, but for them to say the judge he set aside the ruling, the very court that proclaimed the person not guilty, to say they set aside ruling and to order new trial, it is not something that they really know about, and all those kinds of things. It sounds strange. So legal people, yeah? We want to hear from you. This era is your era now. It is not ours. I cannot analyze beyond what we know so far. Twe is saying, he's not filing anything to any Supreme Court. As far as he's concerned, he is a free man. So that is that. Now, In terms of the Finda Bondo thing, so the trial has not even started yet, to my people. She is not guilty, and she is not guilty. She is not guilty, she is not unguilty. Just so we are clear. It was, they carry out a jail, she guilty. No, the trial has since started. A bond issue. Bond is that thing that got to be there to assure the people that you always go to court and all that kind of stuff. So the bond business had issues. That the bond can be not to go to jail first. So once the bond thing is established, then they will free her. So when they free her, it will not be virtual. Then the trial will start. So let's go to the lines. Let's hear from you. 777-700-995, 555-995-995. The numbers to call. I really wanted to analyze certain things about things that you said, but it doesn't matter anymore. We've already crossed those lines now. But I want to hear from legal people. Legal people. It is your time now. You have free access to my numbers. Legal people. I'm talking about legal people. Attorneys, counselors, those kinds of people. We want to hear from you now. You got to help. I guess you should have my numbers. Let's hear from you. What does it look like? Okay. Triple 700 995 555 995 995. The numbers to call. Oh, there was a please call Watson Regis back. There's another case I'm going to ask him about. What happened in that case? It is important. 2 corruption cases were recently done with. Then people say when they confiscate a drug, it is a dismantling of cartel. No. You dismantle cartel when the people involved, the big hands, everybody is arrested, found guilty. That's how you dismantle. But when you go and you do drug bust. And we did 100 million drug bust here. And they seize the drugs and they burn it. The cartel was staying in place. And we on the 19 million. No, you don't dismantle. You need to stop that thing. That's politicizing rule of law matter. You do not dismantle cartel by just seizing drugs. Because they will always find they're always producing drugs. As a matter of fact, they will always find ways. To dismantle is to arrest, prosecute, and find guilty those involved. Put them behind bars and ensure that those things cannot come into your country. That's how you dismantle cartels. Yeah, when you seize it's just a little step. We have seized drugs over and over and over, but drugs keep coming. It is the arresting and putting people in jail. Please, I'm begging your folks, bear with me. I need to ask about another case from Watson Riches. This case of the former LTA commissioner. I just talk to Watson just 1 minute. Yeah, that was the thing I was looking for to ask you about. So the case with the former LTA man, Abdullah Kamara, where I think he was found not guilty by jurors too. Was there any issue? Did the government talk about, or did anybody talk about jury tampering in that case?
No. That case was even transferred to Magibi. That case was currently going on in Magibi County.
Yeah, and he was found not guilty. Were the jurors impaneled? Or do you have an idea whether they were placed somewhere?
So that thing, it depends. But I didn't hear say that juror was sequestrated.
Okay.
Was sequestrated. I didn't hear that.
Okay, yes. Thanks. So yeah, we just need to say we need to bring those stuff in. So let's take a few of your calls, I guess. Yeah. Okay, let's take a few of your calls. Our guests will come in shortly. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Welcome, Julius.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for talking to me. Somebody calling from Mozambique County.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Concerning the Finabondo case, I knew that the people mind are set up to prosecute those former government officials. no matter the way the case will go legally, they carry sentiment and based on those sentiments, they want to prove their cases. They didn't carry any evidence in court to prove their cases, especially when it comes to the High Court, the Samuel Twe case. Samuel Twe case were adjudicated, were set free. Others were found guilty, and the state case in the man. In nowhere in the history of Liberia, in the judicial matter, that those things have happened before. But because I listened to Samuel Twe last night on Spoon FM, he said the vice president.
That is an allegation. Those are things I'll analyze tomorrow. We don't have enough time. We'll run all of those analysis. That allegation there.
He called some people name on Spoon last night.
Yeah, but some of the people say they didn't tell him anything. I do not think those are things that he should have even said. But like I said, we'll run the analysis on tomorrow. Thanks.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. Let's leave all that thing that he talked. We'll talk about the one tomorrow. Welcome. Hello. What's your name? We just coming to you now. All that one you were talking, you're not on the radio. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Julius. Frank Gibbs in the call from Paris.
Uh-huh.
Julius, you know, when Joseph Blocker arrived in the country one time, he said things were happening that never happened in his regime. You know, it's sad. I just feel for Honorable Twe. But believe you me, Gregor Como will arrest Samuel Twe if the court says so. Nothing he will do. That's the work of Gregor Como.
What Twe is saying he's not filing anything with the Supreme Court.
That's it. But when the court said they were arresting, Gregor Como was surrounding the house with armed men and they will be arrested. Gregor Como will put in jail. That's what Gregor Como good at, Julius. Liberia has turned into a narco state. This is a country Joseph Blocker is running.
No, you can't say. Hold on, Chief. You cannot say the country is turning into or has turned into a narco state. That is too strong of a statement to make. And the evidence the evidence available so far doesn't support the fact that the country is a narco state.
Yeah, but the definition of narco state, the executive, the legislature, and the judicial are part of this. The entire cookie thing we heard about, you know.
Narco state is where drug laws mainly run the affairs of the country and all of that. They go beyond being insidious to being quite visible in how things happen in the country.
This is exactly what happened. The Pavement 4 road from Sierra Leone is been financed by the drugs cartel from Sierra Leone.
What is your evidence? What is your evidence?
Last day before I drop the line, you know, Finabono said people on the other side were in jail. Now it is good. Let the court order this arrest on Finabono. That Finabono goes to the court and go clear her side. And let her tell the Liberian people if it is John Weir or anybody in the CDC that were in jail, Julius. It's sad. It's very, very sad in our country.
Thanks. So we will analyze those on tomorrow. Let's leave what they said. Let's just deal with the news as it came. You know. Okay. Welcome. Let's hear you. Oh, I'm supposed to go. Yeah. Welcome. Yeah, I'm taking your calls up to 4:15. I'm giving you enough time to talk. Tomorrow I will do analysis. We're giving you time to talk. Let's see who's on this end. Overseas as well. Welcome. Let's hear you. Why this thing is causing noise today? Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Julius, how are you? This is Joe Will from Monaco.
Go ahead.
You know, the mistake Samuel Twe made. When I was finished vindicating him, giving that judgment, I was going to be on a plane the next day to my family. I'm not even going to sit in a bro after going through that.
But if he believed he did nothing wrong, and the court rendered him not guilty.
He was proving that he was not. Of course, what I'm saying, he was going to be relaxing time.
No, but you know when they find you not guilty, they also supposed to give you a certificate. I think he was not giving that yet.
Okay, probably that why he was still around. But the man finished saying that he ain't fighting nothing, he ain't going nowhere. The parent, the people want, they think it's simple, my man. They think it's a real firing shot, they're firing directly, and they got individuals. But I just saw Finabono telling Joseph Waka Balika on Saturday. Thank you, Balika. Emi, thank you, Balika. Oh, I'm sorry, Joseph Waka Balika. So why would Joseph Waka sit down there after the lady came from telling him Balika just did for yesterday, and then go put it more in Sobi, and I cool it out, man.
But did you see?
This because he's saying that all the money where he can pull out the surety bond for his sister. The most that only he she depend on in the country, in the whole CDC before. That man put his school off for the woman as a surety bond.
Okay.
His sister.
Okay.
You know?
Thanks.
Yeah, it's about time now that they put a big trouser on the big boy, and then they step in the place of the people. They get cry on the man the other day, my man.
Okay, thanks so kindly.
Lastly, Julius, please before I go 15 seconds. Have you seen two national get dropped from the sky with whole horse full of drugs before? Whole horse. My man, they put not finish holding that drug. The one where they put on that truck, the one that leave behind a more than the one that on the truck going. The police got to go for some more truck again. Now soon.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. That's why our guy said that it was so much. Let's see who's right here. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Welcome, Julius. Thanks for the opportunity. Lorenzo Boga from the Rafi Highway. Julius, the thing I saw on that truck, Julius, it got me the fret on a very serious note. It's about time we start to take some measures. Julius, these things are coming in, but we arresting them again. We arresting maybe it will be a few. Maybe why we saw that quantity because these guys they are very crafty. They are very smart. I don't know. Even if they brought maybe about 200 million or 300 million, I don't think they'll go all in one horse. Maybe they can. They are crafty, Julius. They got a means of scattering their around.
No, but you know what is more mind-boggling? Why are they brave enough to bring a huge quantity of drugs to a country?
And you see the men realize the other man, the man hang on and just sit down. I think that even the cameraman that show cam. And normally when you get the criminal and you show camera on their faces, they want to buy their heads. These guys not even buying their head. They just looking straight in the camera. Like we're not afraid, Julius. They're not afraid. And Julius, just lastly, right? The issue of the Summer 12 case, right? I don't think what the lawyers told you, it's good that they said what they said, right? But I think what they should be telling you now is it against the law for retrial.
And that is why they're saying I actually asked some of them said they can't find what the law is that will support that.
They're saying that it had not happened before. It does not suggest that against the law.
Yeah, so
my own thing is,
and so this is why we want to know. We want to know. That's why that's why I said lawyers should please call.
That's why the lawyer can help in the country, Julius. We all got politics. We all got interest. Somebody want wrong government case or some private individual who is connected to somebody, and because you turn the air, so you not get a case, you not get a contract, you not do the one. These are some things that have hurt in this country, Julius.
Yeah,
they should be on the air to be educating us.
Okay.
Don't be afraid of anything, Julius.
Thanks so kindly. Don't be afraid. Somebody people they tie to different people, different interests. People go after people. There are people that say people should dismiss people who were working with previous governments or people who are not from the governing party and all that stuff. For the people, their own people there. And all that. Those things are happening right here. The reason why we hardly get the professionals to come up on some contentious issues is because of the backlash that could come, the reprisal from the authorities that be. All of the legal people I spoke with don't seem to be in favor of, and those are people that don't like to say maybe they get liking for Samuel 12, so no, but they don't seem to be in favor to support what has happened. But again, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Julius, this is Brown Tati from Monrovia. Yeah. Let me thank you. You know, sometimes it's good to pressurize duty bearers. You saw that from the 17 protests. Today we see from the house people holding drugs, putting their own truck. Some stay there according to our witnesses. We hear it on radio and even on your own online. Besides that, the Samuel 12 issue, you know, most of our lawyers there, I don't know. Their country, in other countries, then you see that professional lawyers then talking. Even if they're not grounded in law.
Yeah, because people do not target people in those countries for their views, for their disagreement or their agreements.
Yeah. That's why before I drop the line, I think from one trade the president came for in the icing question, he said, your why street thing will be happening. So maybe these are some of the other street things that is happening. Well, I want to thank those guys who pressure riding draw issue and then through a holding draw, just like the holding draw low or send from Mark Gibby. Thank you.
Okay, thanks so kindly as well. Let's continue taking your calls right here. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yes, Julius, good afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
This is Isiaka Sherry here.
Go ahead.
Julius, do you remember one, the deputy director for administration then at the DEA, Tokba Gwe, when he went to the Ministry of Information press briefing and said the drug is hard to fight because the three branches of government, people inside, their hands in the drug business, and the next day they fire him. Remember that?
I don't know if it was the next day, but I know he was relieved of his post, and he said stuff like that.
Okay. I listened to one of your callers said, I was talking about narco state, and you try to define it for him. And I think that's exactly that, Julius. When state institutions are penetrated by drug cartel to do their business.
For it to be referred to as a narco state, it has to go beyond the insidious nature of it and become very commonplace, very observable, seen, clear, physical.
And Julius, you know what I'm told? I'm told that some of those people that were arrested in the $19 million drug case are talking, they are speaking. And so this drug bust was done today. And I'm also told that the one that was busted today is valued at around $1.091 billion.
Wait, you took your own evaluation from? Please, let's wait for the authorities.
Yeah,
let's wait for the authorities.
But it will be in that neighborhood, Julius.
Okay, thank you. You did cocaine business before?
No.
So how you manage to know? You start valuing. What is that?
Yeah, but I mean, Julius, security people are here. They went there and they said they saw the thing and they weighed the thing. They did everything, and so they are talking. So
see you, man. I did evaluation $1 billion plus. It could be, it could not be, but let's wait for the authorities. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Julius, good afternoon. This is Gosin, a call from USA.
Go ahead.
North Dakota. Julius, I am speechless and I am beginning to wonder and become more afraid for my country. The thing I saw on the truck, if it is true it is drugs, we have to pray for Liberia. Because this is a country that got all the resources, but the country is still depending on aid. Then people discovering drugs, if they say like you're on a beach that's saying you get it from somewhere, we have to pray for our country. It's a sad time for Liberia. It should not be a booster for the government when I say, the government fighting drugs. Because I think the government should be more vigilant from the boat, from the bowler, from everywhere. Those kind of quantity of drugs not supposed to be entering Liberia. Julia is embarrassing. The amount of people that are watching that thing and the people that want to do business in Liberia, you are scaring people away from the country. That drugs is too much for that little country. It's too much. We need to pray for Liberia. The next thing is the ruling in the court about the Samuel Twe, even the Finabono arrest. I think the Samuel Twe case, if I was Samuel Twe, I would advising the writing on Facebook, the challenging of the system by writing on Facebook not helping. I think he got legal people that been guiding him, that been within the process. He came out of that court that day, he was crying, fair. It's better he stay off Facebook, stop the writing, go through the same legal procedure. If it is booger, some of us, we want to see people that Samuel Twe means that, I want to see NJ. Because I know he's not free of corruption. But for this one, I would want the right thing to happen. Let him stay off Facebook, let him stop challenging the system. Because of the wrong thing he's doing. Yesterday he mentioned the vice president, he went to the state, he went so low to start saying that he gave him 30,000, he gave him 50,000, and these are all things that are opening more wounds. Where did he take like 50,000 from the men to go run campaign? He got to stop. Let him wait that the law work for him. They work for him before, it can still work for him. They order the arrest, according to what I saw, they order the arrest of the 16 jurors, I'm not 16.
15
of them, they order their arrest.
Let he give the system a chance. He got a very good lawyer. Arthur Johnson.
Okay.
He can fight a better case for him.
Thanks so kindly.
Stop the plenty talking and plenty writing. It will not help him.
Thanks so kindly. Let's see who's on this line. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Julius, thank you very much for having me. Well, my name is Julius, and I join you from Ghana. Julius, our country, I think, it needs delirium. What I saw today, it is a sad day for our country. No, Julius, it's a good thing for the John Security to make that rise. I'm commend them for moving swiftly to be able to ascertain that particular drugs and have it under the custody. But the issue there is, Julius, we want to know how did the drugs enter in our country? Which was the entry point? It passed through the Freeport Monrovia, or it passed through RIA, or it passed through the Lena Bola? We need to know that. Because that's the only way we can be able to stop this type of things from happening in our country. There's not a good image for Liberia. On social media, everybody's seeing our country, our police is moving with a truck full of drugs and bus. It is unfortunately happening in our country.
Okay.
The next thing is that, Julius, the law is the law. Today, those past government officials is experiencing what they are going through. Tomorrow, those are watching them under the gavel, they will experience. What goes around comes around.
Okay.
So we all watching here today. It is good that
No,
we
but as things go around and come around, they should go around in the right way.
If they go in the negative way, we'll come around in the negative way.
Yeah, but that's the one we want, because we know there could be more tyrannical regimes to come now, and this one I do want everybody that they care to go to be found to be found guilty. So they say you're not guilty, go no, we overturn it, we do it because the other government did it.
Yeah, so Judah, our lawyers in this time need to be courageous to take the stand and come up and have a position on the issue of rule of law.
Thanks so kindly. You know what happened, so I just leave it. Let's go international. Who's right here? Welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you, Julius. Thank you, Julius.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Julius.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. My name is Chris Maker T, and I join you from Lagos, Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Julius,
Mm-hmm.
when I listen, people are like, they want to preempt the justice system. But Julius, let me say this to you. It's not like the government will come tomorrow and they will be doing the same thing. Julius, something is wrong. People must investigate. And not because people want to think what will happen in the future. And that's how they scare people from day one, like we are funded up to this day. A Samuel Toy is caught bribing. Let's go international. Who's right here? Welcome.
Sorry, you can go ahead.
Yes, a Samuel Toy was caught bribing jurors.
Is that why the ruling said that he was caught bribing jurors? They didn't say no. Nah, take it easy now. Take it chief. You listen to our reporters here. They didn't say someone bribed jurors. They say the jurors have phone and they communicated with people outside, and that should not have happened. They didn't say someone bribed them. They didn't say Samuel Toy bribed them or government bribed them or this and that. Up to present, we don't know. The case did not establish who they communicated with. Okay, I think the network there is bad, but that's okay. Yeah, we have our guests here already. Let's take a quick break. These things will roll on tomorrow and so on and so forth. We will try our best, reach out to other legal people on this matter. When someone is declared not guilty in a case and the prosecution doesn't, is it reversible? Is it not guilty verdict reversible or not? Is it reversible? This quick break will come back to you.
Good news to all travelers in and out of Liberia. Sumahoro Transport Service, STIF, has introduced new fleets of buses in Liberia to take travelers from Monrovia directly to Ghana, Abidjan, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. We can also do connections for our passengers to Lomé, Cotonou, and Lagos, as well as Bamako, Dakar, Banjul, Kankan, Madiana, and Labi. We carry valuable items to your loved ones through our courier service. We also have delivery service to your various destinations upon arrival in Monrovia. We have taxi service to and from our parking station to your home. Please come to our red light office opposite Zone 9 Depot Police Station or call 0775 908830 0886 0555 558801 for bookings. ST is here to serve you.
The Liberia Revenue Authority, LRA, informs all taxpayers and the general public of the ongoing registration exercise for medium and large taxpayers in preparation for the transition to the value-added tax VAT regime. The registration process includes the deployment of an electronic invoicing system in accordance with Section 55C of the Revenue Code of Liberia as amended and the Income Tax EFD regulation. All concerned taxpayers are encouraged to register online on the LRA website www.lra.gov.lr by clicking on the Online Services tab, selecting GST or VAT registration and completing the registration process. A team from the LRA will visit your premises to provide support for the registration process. Taxpayers are strongly advised to fully cooperate with the LRA registration teams to ensure successful registration and smooth deployment of the electronic invoicing system. Failure to comply with the registration requirements may result in penalties as prescribed under the amended Revenue Code, including other punitive measures. Please note that pursuant to the Liberia Tax Amendment Act of December 2025, approved on March 24, 2026, the Goods and Services Tax GST rate has been adjusted from 12% to 13% as part of efforts to facilitate a smooth transition to the value-added tax VAT system in 2027. For more information, visit the LRA website www.lra.gov.lr or call 0770 572 572. Signed, Margaret P. Crote, Commissioner, Domestic Tax Department.
Okay, welcome back. We have our guests here, but I have begged them for a few minutes. I'll add it at the end because we have, I believe we have with us former Finance Minister Samuel Toye on the line here. Welcome, sir. Yeah, we saw your write-up on Facebook right after. Yeah, you on? Are you on to our live?
No, I'm on. If you say I'm not sure I was on. So.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We saw your write-up. The judge is saying that the jurors were tampered with in your case, and so setting aside the not guilty verdict and perhaps a new trial. Do you have the ruling? Does the lawyer have the ruling?
Well, I listen, Julius. I spoke a lot. I spoke lengthily on this process. I predicted what was happening. I know what's happening behind the scene. The current government has maybe 3.5 years to stay in power. You know, they can do whatever they want to do with the judiciary. They can do whatever they want to do. I've already said I've won my case. I'm not going to subject myself any further. I've instructed my lawyer. Maybe the other people can seek appeal to the Supreme Court. I am not. I'm a free man. Whenever they choose to say they want to bring the case, I'm not going to submit myself. I will not retain any lawyer. They can go in my absence. They can try me. They can find me guilty. Listen, I've already made my point to the Liberian people. They know I was acquitted in the case. So if you go and find me guilty in my absence in a bogus trial, the Liberian people would never believe that I was guilty. So that's why I won that battle. This was a moral victory for me.
And so now we're in a political theater where obviously, I'm receiving calls from thousands of Liberians all over the country, all over the world, telling me, we stand with you. We stand, we die with. And I hear people telling you, one caller say, he should have. Let me tell you something. We're no longer in the 1980s. We're no longer in the 1990s. We're in a democracy where the rule of law prevails. If a tyrannical government disrupts it, I'm not afraid of them. They can't shoot me. They can't kill me. I'm not afraid in the form that they'll hire people to come and kill me. They can't. So I'm not afraid to physically go to jail if they feel if they could cite me. I want them to take me to. They don't want to take me to jail for freedom and constitutional purposes. They wanted to jail me saying I was a rogue. The Liberian people said, no, the man's not a rogue. They can do anything with any government can manipulate. Fire the Solicitor General, try to manipulate jurors, take phones, all that one. He's the government. He has the power. He has a jury. They can do anything.
What did this? You have made explosive allegations a day before this whole thing came up. Were you conjuring up stuff or what?
No, I wasn't, because I was informed that's what's happening behind the scene. I told you that George told my brother that he's under pressure. And he cried. I told that. I said that. You asked the judge. I said that. He judge talked to many people. I told you that. The judge already said that this thing is covered by under pressure. He has death threats, and he's under. The country is wicked. He said those things. So we already know the judge was not to himself. I've explained that to the country. And how do I go under that kind of system? It's clear. My victory is unadulterated, Julius. We are in a political theater now.
Well,
so
if a retrial is ordered, you will need to file a bond. You could be arrested and taken to prison while the trial is ongoing.
That's not getting the point. Why am I? You're not getting the point. I've been in the country for 2 years. Of course, the country knows I'm not a fly race. You know what a fly race is? It's somebody who doesn't want to come. I came from out to face my accusers. I was out of the country and I came into the country to face trial and I won the case. So I want the government to arrest me anything other than corruption. The government can come right now and pick me up. I will go to jail. But the narrative will be why they are arresting Samuel Twe. They say, oh, not corruption. They're arresting because they have political power. Since they're running the country now, they can arrest anybody. That's fine. I'm a prisoner of conscience. There are many prisoners of conscience around the world that are in political prison under dictatorships. I'm proud and humble. Dr. Amos Sawyer went to jail under a dictatorship here. Mrs. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf went to jail under a dictatorship here. She later became president. Nelson Mandela went to jail here and he later became president. Samuel Twe can go to jail for human rights and constitutional purposes. But at least he will not be in jail for corruption because the Liberian people have vindicated him already. So I'm prepared for this fight.
We are told that people communicated with the jurors. Is it possible that you or your legal team will have communicated with them?
At least the investigation showed. The judge told me, my brother, that none of the investigation we found linked your brother or his lawyers to any of these things. I've said that publicly. The judge narrated that to my counselor. So that's not something that he's going to walk away from. My brother is a lawyer, and the judge told him that. I'm not connected to anything. The government can cook up any charge it wants to cook up. I'm clear on that. Julius, this is listen, one of the greatest admirers I had died in this country, Julius Richardson. Great men died for the freedom we have today. I will fight to defend it. They wanted to smear me as somebody who stole government money, and the case said otherwise. And now they can go and say, they can go and come up with any charge, do anything, and take any juror. In the Abdullah Kamara case, they took the jurors, they were not even in panel, and they let him go because he's connected to the president. But everybody's seeing that, everybody observing that. That's fine. I'm waiting for Central and all the human rights groups, all the people in the country who've been fighting for accountability in the country to talk. We're still waiting to silence. But even if they don't talk, we're documenting these things. I'm writing a book. Listen, this is a rich moment. This era, this moment is going to go into history. We'll write about this thing. We'll talk about this thing. They can come from me. Listen, what are they coming from me? Somebody, I see the Facebook people saying, you know, they're saying we're going to, as if to say, who told you jail? Amos Sawyer, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf didn't go to jail here. Who told you jail is politicians can go to jail? Who told you I'm afraid to go to jail? I'm afraid to go to jail for the wrong reason. I've said that.
Okay.
And now they've lost that cause to say, oh, we put him in jail because we found him guilty. No, they've lost that. They say we put him in jail because we tried him in absentia. We vacated his victory. We tried him in absentia. He didn't come.
But you still have recourse. Our reporter told us that your lawyer took exception and talked about going to the Supreme Court. You still have a recourse to the law. The Supreme Court is here. The ECOWAS court is also there. So you still have two steps that you can go.
I'm not going to do all those things. Those are things I'm not going to pursue. There are other defendants in the case. I think Moses was the other free man. Moses is free with me. He can choose to do the remedy if the court. I mean, I will not join in that pursuit. I'm clear on that. This is a political battle. This is a political warfare. This is CDC versus Unity Party. This is 2029 battle. This is it. I'm in for it. I'm in for it.
Thanks so kindly, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, we have our guest here. You've heard from him. Tomorrow we'll play that. And we'll run the analysis. Interesting times here. Very, very interesting times we have with us. Our folks here from Change for Liberian Children and Youth, CLCY. We have with us Daniel Henderson, who is the founder, executive director, and author of the book, Daniel, the Boy Who Wanted School. Mr. Henderson, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Julius.
How is life going? Can you please speak a little louder?
Yeah, life is going great. I'm on fire right now because of everything that's happening around this book launch for tomorrow.
Okay, so the book launch is tomorrow. We also have with us Gifty Duyenku. Did I get the name rightly pronounced?
Yes, sir.
Okay. She's a beneficiary. Welcome.
Thank you.
How is life going? How is everything?
Everything is good. Give God the praise.
Okay, Mr. Henderson, tell us about this group. What is it? Why was it founded? What is it about?
Well, we are the Change for Liberian Children and Youth. We are a non-profit organization established here in Liberia locally since 2018, and we were established in the United States 2019 as a 501c3 non-profit organization in the United States of America.
And what is our mission? What are you about?
Well, our mission is to have a new generation of enlightened, technically qualified Liberians who will steer the affairs of their own country. And our mission is to provide scholarship and financial aid to underprivileged children and youth in Liberia.
Yeah, and let us explore more about when you say provide scholarship. Before we come to the scholarship, what are the things? Because when you talk about Change for Liberian Children and Youth and all that, what is it really? What are things that you do with them?
Well, we go out in the communities. Currently, we are operating in 3 counties: Montserrat County, Margibi, and Bon County, where we go to find children that are not in school or people that are in school but they are struggling to pay tuition. So we provide, we have an interview with them, a vetting process, and then we put them on our program, provide them uniforms, currently school supplies, and then tuitions so they can go to school. We do not run a school currently, but we provide scholarship for children from first grade to college level now.
How do you do it?
We have supporters like myself in the United States and board members in the United States and churches like Open Door Chapel, Grace Bible Church, Hempfield Church of Christ in Pennsylvania that support us financially. So we raise money.
Yeah, no, I mean, like in Liberia, how do you spot out the children and youth that you support? How do you do it? What is the process?
So we have a team. A CSU will have a staff, volunteer staff in Liberia. Our headquarters is in Carisburg. We have a board of directors. So we have committees that go out to vet children. In 3 counties after now, we are also expanding our reach to Grand Bassa, which I'm going there for the Independence Day celebration. We're spotting some children over there to see how we can interview them and bring them on our program. So we have a team on the ground locally.
How many do you currently support?
Okay, we have supported since we started 2018. We have supported 50 students. People graduate and continue college. So currently we have about 50 students that we have.
So when you start with them, you continue.
Okay, so based on the students' performance. So if we take you on a financial aid level, you have to keep a GPA of 75% or higher. If you go below that, you are on probation. We may keep you until you graduate, but when you graduate, we may not be able to support you into college because your performance from grade school was not outstanding. And also, some kids after high school, they want to do something else. So we have few students that we take to college based on their situation of their story, on their academic performance.
I get that. I'm still struggling to understand how which of the schools do you go to?
Okay, yeah, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So we have students in Astara Mary, we have students at UMU, we have students at Star University, we have students.
So wait, you can just.
So we don't run a school. We don't run
your
a school.
team can just be going around schools or going in the communities to make a determination, or people apply to your institution or what?
Okay, so people apply, and we are out in the community as well. Like I just came out here in November, December, January. We went to Shangbala, Bon County, to an area where we want to impact. So we went there, had an interview.
Okay.
We interview students that are struggling to pay tuitions.
But are also good.
Say again?
But are also good in.
Yes, they have to perform, they have to answer math and science questions, English questions. So we bring you on board. We also have mentorship that will mentor you to help you academically.
You said she's one of the beneficiaries?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get her experience. How did it work out? Gifty, welcome again.
Thank you.
How did you come in contact with the group?
Okay. Back in 2023, there was the Pinsville Debate Championship, and that was headed by Sir Romeo Bisonda. And so my school was participating in this championship, and they have varieties of awards. CLCY was one of the sponsors of those various awards that they had, but specifically the award that I won was the highest award, individual award, and that was the most eloquent voice of Pinsville award. And so when I won the award, that was how I came in contact with CLCY and Mr. Henderson. And that was how they paid 1,000 United States dollars toward my school fees. And then I got a trophy too. All thanks to God.
Okay. And how has it been like since?
Okay, since then, I have been working like on the low with CLCY and Mr. Henderson on few projects, but the prize money that I won was only for that championship, only once.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just, working.
Oh, so you're working along with them?
Yeah.
I think the school you are going to do was so expensive.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So so let's come to you on that. Yeah. So are you in college now? Or?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Yeah. So she benefited once in terms of this award that she won, 1,000 USD. That's a whole lot of money.
Yeah, she earned it. That wasn't a scholarship. It wasn't financial aid. It was, I support various events in Liberia.
Okay.
So as a humanitarian, I'm not just into scholarship. I'm into various activities in Liberia to sponsor them. So she won an award. It was given to her. Because for her, at least she is blessed.
1,000 USD.
Yes.
When you supporting media awards to with some thousands.
I've done it across the country.
Yeah, but like, I said media owner. You can't do media.
Yeah, you let me know. and give me your your agenda.
Yeah.
We can support it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you can put some thousands in the media awards.
No, we spend more than that.
Okay.
It was first place, second place, third place. We sponsor
okay.
all of them.
Okay.
$1,500, $300.
Okay.
But I want to describe this book.
No, we will come to the book. We know you need to create the excitement.
I got you.
Around the book, then we go there. Now, you also spoke about mentorship. How do you do it with the children?
So we have our staff that provide mentorship at least twice a month for students that are struggling. If you are doing well in our program, we don't really bother you, but we want to first the Christian education. So we are Christian organization. So we want you to know that Jesus loves you, and we want you to know Jesus. So we also put the Bible as a way of telling children that what we are doing for you is because of the love of God. God loves you. And we take all religions, okay? So you are Muslim, you come to us, we don't force you with our religion. Let me make that straight. We're done. But we just tell you that we are Christian. If you want to come to us, that's fine. But we are a Christian organization.
Now, besides the mentoring and the support that you give, you say you are involved into other humanitarian.
Yes.
Yeah, talk about some of those things you've supported apart from the debate.
Yeah, so like one Arvin had a choir competition over here. We spent over a couple of hundreds of dollars supporting that. And we have Hope in Christ Orphanage Home. We support them financially with cash, with clothes, with food, and everything else. And also during the COVID-19, we spent over $50,000 right here in Liberia supporting communities during the COVID-19. So we are into education, we are into community empowerment. So it's activities going on in the community, and we see that it fit our goals. We support that financially.
Okay, now let's come to the book. What is it about?
Well, the book is about giving praise to God because of what He has done in my life and throughout my journey as a child born right here in Carrisburg in poverty. And also is to inspire children to dream beyond their circumstances. And also to just give God what He deserves because my life was not easy. But with that question, I would also like to ask my beneficiary next to me to just read to you and your audience the introduction of this book.
Okay.
It will do justice for the audience.
Okay.
Okay. So the introduction reads, Home never truly leaves the heart. There are moments in life that stay with you forever. No matter how far you travel, no matter how much your life changes, certain memories never leave your heart. For me, one of those memories is watching my mother sell her lapa so I could go to school. I can still see her clearly in my mind. A strong African woman standing in the middle of hardship, refusing to allow poverty to destroy her children's future. She did not have wealth, power, or influence, but she had determination. She had faith. And she believed education could change a life. At the time, I did not fully understand the sacrifices she was making. I was only a boy growing up in Liberia with big dreams and very limited opportunities. Should I go on?
Keep going.
Okay. A boy surrounded by hardship, uncertainty, and eventually war. A boy who would one day run from rebels, sleep in fear, and wonder whether he would survive long enough to see adulthood. But even during the darkest seasons of my life, one dream remained alive inside me. I wanted something better, not only for myself, but one day for my family, for my future children, for others who felt forgotten, for children who simply needed someone to believe in them. At that time, I never imagined where life would eventually lead me. I never imagined leaving Liberia. I never imagined surviving civil war and becoming a refugee. I never imagined arriving in America confused, lonely, and struggling to adapt to an entirely different world. I never imagined joining the United States Navy. I never imagined deployments across the ocean, becoming an American citizen, building a family, or leading humanitarian work that would one day impact children back home in Liberia. And honestly, there are still moments when I look back over my life and quietly ask myself, how did God bring me this far? This memoir is the story of that journey. It is a story about survival, about faith, about discipline, about setbacks and perseverance, about leadership first, true hardship, about family, purpose, and legacy. But above all, it is a story about hope, because I have learned something powerful throughout my life. Sometimes the people with the most painful beginnings carry the greatest purpose. There were many moments when life appeared delayed, moments when progress seemed impossible, moments when I questioned whether my dreams would ever become a reality. But life taught me a lesson that will eventually shape my entire journey. Delay is not denial. Sometimes God allows the struggle because He is preparing the strength required for the future assignment. This book was not written because my life was easy. It is written because giving up was never an option. As you turn these pages, you will walk with me through villages and refugees roles in Liberia, freezing winters in Chicago, military deployments across dangerous waters, etc., etc. And you will meet people whose prayers, sacrifices, love, and guidance shaped the man I eventually became. And if my story encourages one person to keep believing through hardship, to keep fighting through delay, to keep trusting God through uncertainty, then every page of this journey will have been worth writing. Welcome to my story. That is the introduction, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so this book is about you?
This book is not just about me, it's about Liberia.
But it is like your story.
It is my story. It's also many children out there.
Let me have a feel of it. What?
The book is called Daniel, the boy who wanted school. It's available on Amazon. It's available on Daniel, the boy who wanted school.com. I also have copies of this book right here at OKFN currently. And it
is a hardback.
Yeah, I have a hardback and a paperback.
Okay.
So the hardback is $30. The paperback is $25. And the book, you can find it at Better Casa Hotel lobby. And tomorrow we'll be having the official VIP lunch, and the public is also invited.
Where?
Tomorrow at Better Casa Hotel at 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Okay. Who are the chief launchers and all that stuff?
So we have, man, I got some good news, man. I'll just share with you this secret between you and I, okay? So this book, the goal for this book is to be taught in the Liberian school system. And right now, as we stand, there's a great news that for Liberian children that they'll get to read this book in school. Yes. It'll be read in the Liberian school system. Just waiting for tomorrow to make the official announcement. That was secret between you and I.
A memoir of survival, service, faith, and purpose. What do you really want to achieve through this book?
Well, I want to achieve children going to vocational school in Caribsburg. I want to build a vocational technical institution in Caribsburg where children can learn how to work with their hands. Because not everyone will go to the University of Liberia to learn to be a politician. We need carpenters, we need engineers, we need mechanics, we need electricians. So I want to create job. To create job in Liberia through vocational technical institution. And that will cost approximately $1 million to $2 million projects. So the proceeds of this book, if you buy this book, you are supporting education. Because 10% of the proceeds of this book will go towards building the vocational institution in Caribsburg. And just to give you another news before I continue with that, right? We have already partnered with Leo Nupoli Johnson, to build the Liberia Learning Center.
Okay.
CLC will partner with Leo Johnson. And Leo Johnson is supporting our vision to build that vocational technical center. And it will be done by the help of God, through the help of this book. And moreover, this book is to create international scholarship for people that are gifted right here, that are so smart, so brilliant, that are out there also that are brilliant to go to America and study international scholarship. That's one of the big goals behind this book. So if you buy this book, you are supporting your children's future.
Wow. His name is Daniel Henderson. We have him here with Gifty Doyenku. And we are talking about this group, and then the book launch on tomorrow. 777-700-995, 555-995-995. Let's hear from the callers there. You're out there. You've listened. What question do you have? What do you want to say? The international line is also open. They've been of help to different people. You want to get in touch with them and all those kinds of things. Let's hear the calls coming in on 0777 700 995, 0555 995 995. The numbers to call. Attend the book launch as well. Try to buy it and be of support to his vision, to what he's trying to do. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon.
Yes, go ahead. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is D. Lawrence Josian. I call from New Georgia Signboard.
Go ahead, Lawrence.
Yeah, I just want to extend my thanks and appreciation to Mr. Anderson for writing the first book. I think will help our education system because that's one thing that's lacking Liberia. Not many persons want to venture into writing, and what he has done is remarkable. But there's one thing I want to find out from you as to whether the Ministry of Education has approved this book because I actually wrote a book. It was important that if it has not been done, that you seek approval from the Ministry of Education so his book can get recognition.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. He will answer. You can jot down the concerns. We'll come back to you. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yes. Good evening.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm Brother Watson here, calling from the Gogo Shara community. Yeah, I want to say thanks to Mr. Anderson. The book is okay, but they're going to try to follow him on Spoon FM, and today they can follow him. So I want to thank you for the book you wrote. And I am a vision impaired person, and I have my 2 kids. I want you to please help me with scholarship or financial aid because the person that was helping my children is died on November 14 in the fire incident that took place in Shara community in the house yesterday. So I want for you to please help me.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Joseph Kekore Paula. Yeah, thank you for bringing such a people in studio for the betterment of our country because writing book is a legacy that will be left behind. The unborn children will come and see it. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate him for his session because giving scholarship to people is a very fine idea that at least you educate the Liberian children. Yeah, but for me, as you were asking about how they can really vet their students, for me, I have a school, West Josephville. I really want to know whether you can come around so that you can give scholarship to some of the Liberian children outside because the area is a small community. Most of the children, they are just within the community, no way for them to go to school. Their parents don't have. So I think you can think in that direction too.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. 777-700-995. 555-995-995. Welcome. Let's hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Go ahead. Let's hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Charles Carr, and I'm calling from the 14th Street in Tinker. And hello also to your studio guest. You know, when I listen to English here just now, it brought tears to my eye in a sense.
Can you speak louder?
Yeah, I'm saying when I was listening to your program not too long ago, you know, on his explanation and all stuff, you know, it brought tears to my eye. And these are the people we're looking for in the society, you know. He never stayed pattern in state and came by and want to join in politics, but decided to stop people through education, you know, because Liberian children now they need education and ever people. The only way we can build this country successfully, unless the generations of today are educated fully, and I really appreciate him for that. But one of the things that I wanted to know, you know, you asking those questions that how people can get to him for scholarship, you know, some of us when you there, you know, and then we are totally struggling for, you know, school fees and things, right? But maybe we can try hard, you know, to get on the scholarship because sometimes, you know, things can be that difficult and other stuff. So I really wanted to know how people can get to him for him to help them through, you know, that special and university and scholarship. So I want him to please help.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. Let's see who's right here. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Julius, I'm David Coitswa, calling from Lightning Street. Basically, Julius, you know, in terms of some of those issues, we had to look at it from different direction. Nothing's working. I believe that FINA need to be fair justice in terms of getting it from the angle of 12. Yes. Well, we hope that the jurors.
No. That's not what we're talking about. We finish with that one now. Thanks so kindly. We finish with that one. Yeah, different thing on that, Chief. Yeah, let's leave it. 777-995-555-995-995. Let's take a few more calls before we come back to him to respond. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Hello, sir.
Yes. What's your name?
I'm Reverend Carl, calling from Bonjas Community, Pinju City.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was actually driving, listening to your conversation with the gentleman in your studio. I don't know the title of the book. I have a school, and I don't know whether he works that is in partnership with other schools, taking into consideration children that are less privileged whose parents cannot afford to really help them out.
Where is your school located?
Bonja Rehab, Palm Beach Road, Kingdom Inheritor Model School System.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to congratulate him for the book he wrote. He said that the official launching will be tomorrow at Belacasa.
Yeah, at 4 p.m. So you can go there. I think that's the best place to see him, to talk to him. Okay. You should also buy some.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. 777-700-995, 555-995-995. You know, one of the ways God can bless people, he likes for you to touch him, do something. And Solomon understood that. So when he gave that sacrifice, it went up to God. God said, what do you want, my young man? God gave him a blank check. Say, write anything on it you want. So sometimes you go meet the man, you buy 3 or 4 books for the man. When you hold it in your hand, you say, I want to do it. The man said, I will stop. Because you already hold 4 or 5 books. Eh? But you can't be that you go anywhere. You want to talk to the man? Okay, so let's go. Who's here? Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yes, sir. My name is Samuel Player Corp and Jesus Bajil Romaya.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to appreciate.
You going off? Sorry. Oh, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Carlos Baker calling from UNC.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to contact my brother in studio there. And listen, one of the Labrador get here, but we don't have him from Africa. I think we got people that are in the building. All of that will be developed, mine will be developed. But my question to him is this. He said, usually the book, he got $20 USD, he got $30 USD. How about we that just maybe the bonus supporters or the keke rather than how we know that education is now cheap. But do you think we'll be able to purchase one of that book?
Okay, thanks so kindly. He will respond. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Hello, Julius.
Hello, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Edwin GV Khan from the Chigune, calling from the Chigune Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
I want to appreciate your studio guests for the work, well done. And I hope we have more librarians that will go up there and benefit and come back to make sure that the citizens can get benefits when it comes to education. And I want to pledge my support. I'm involved right now. I'm doing technical work, learning to be able to teach other students. If you can support me, I'm trying to do excavator operation, front ruler, and different. So I'm now in school trying to do that, so I can help some other youth, to do this. Because Liberia is a developing country. So he's talking about trade school. Maybe I can even help him to teach in that trade school. So I will need a support. I will want to work with him so that we can do this thing. Because I'm thinking about it. We got our mining sector, we got our roads, and all of these things need to be developed. So these are skills that we need to give to our young people right now. Excavator operator, the duty driving, front roader, and all of these things.
Okay.
So I want for us to look there.
Thanks so kindly. We have to come back to you. There are a whole lot of concerns. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can respond to them.
Okay, the first question was if the Ministry of Education has approved this book to be taught in the Liberian school system. I would say the Ministry of Education, we are in communication with them. They have received the book, they have reviewed it, and I was told unofficially that I will get the response from the ministry tomorrow before the book launch. But I was told on the side that it will be positive. Because, Julia, if you read this book, you will see yourself in this book. This book promotes education in Liberia. It promotes children going to school to actually learn how to read. Reading is so important in education, and we're having a problem in that area. So they both promote that for children to read and understand math as well. Because for me, my favorite subject in school was math. The second question was scholarship. So CLCY provides scholarship. We have a quota that we have to meet every academic year. We cannot help everybody. We have a board of directors that set the goal for how many students we are going to receive per academic year. Because as students graduate from grade school, we replace those grade school students. And we sometimes take some of those students to college, or we just let you to help yourself if your parents can afford. So we have a quota that we follow, and we have a board director that make the decision, not just me. The next question was, do you work in partnership with other schools? Yes, we do. We work in partnership with other schools, but we cannot say we are going to provide all the students in our school scholarship. We don't do that. Sometimes we provide school supplies. So if we see the building that is falling apart and we see that we can help to renovate the building with some little fund like $500 or so, we come in to do that, to empower that school, because we are also for community empowerment. So we provide that. We provide copybooks. So if the school needs some chairs, if we have the money, we go out there and raise the money. If we have it, we do it. So as we receive, so we do in the community. Another question was, okay, if you can come to Johnsonville to give the underprivileged children scholarship. Okay, we have a lot of underprivileged children in Liberia. So we have a target area where we go, we go to where it's more vulnerable. So that request, I will think about it, because I'm here for 3 months, Julia. So I may be going to Johnsonville to check it out, because it's not too far from Carisburg. So that individual can reach out at you or anybody for that matter. ULCLCY Liberia. You can contact us on Facebook. You can visit our website, ulclcy.org. Or you can visit the book website, and you can get us through the book website at danieltheboywhowantedschool.com. You can also call me personally. I put my number out there, Julia. 0770 597676. Again, 0770-597676. And we can talk about whatever concern you have. Again, we cannot save everybody. We cannot provide everybody's scholarship, but we will do our best to see who we can help based on our resources available.
Okay. I think someone from the archives wants you to visit there. The National Archives, around 12th Street there.
Awesome, I can do that.
Yeah, when you go there, you ask for the Director General.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. So, Gifty, your parting comments, 30 seconds.
Okay. Okay. So, I would like to say to every young person listening to my voice right now that no matter, how tough things are, there's always hope. Like people usually say, as long as there's life, there is hope. You see what Mr. Henderson is doing here right now is something that is very remarkable and commendable. It just shows that wheresoever you go, there's no place like home, and you have to return back to your home to stretch and lend a helping hand to other people in need. So that would be my parting statement, and I wish goodwill to everyone.
Okay, and 30 seconds, sir.
30 seconds, wow. Julius, thank you for taking my time. So also the last question, the person asked if we can partner with heavy duty people. Yes, that's my area, because we never need hands-on job. So if you can call me the number I gave, you can call me that number, that'd be great. So Julius, as you said, 30 seconds, I don't have much time. Military man, I respect time. But I want to encourage everyone to check the book out, because the book is very inspiring, and it's promote education in Liberia. And let's join together and pray that the Ministry of Education will actually officially approve this book to be taught in the Liberian school system, because it will inspire children to dream beyond their circumstances, to know that their delay is not their denial, and never give up. Continue to push no matter what happens. Never say no for an answer, but trust God and trust yourself. God bless Liberia. God bless. Happy Independence Day.
Thanks so kindly as well for being here. Let's take this break. Next up, I'll have another set of guests here.
LEC, yeah, LEC.
Good morning, Mahawa. Thank God you're working with EDC and you are here. Mahawa, I get big problem, yeah. They finished stealing my EDC meter, yeah. I don't even know what to do.
Collie, don't worry. All you need to do is to go to the nearby LEC Customer Service Center or LEC Waterside office. And when you go there, you must carry a letter telling them that your meter was stolen. Tell them the main day they steal your meter, the meter number, the place you live in, your full name, and your phone number. Now, all you need to do.
What will happen when I carry the letter?
Good question, Cody. LEC gets some record there. They call them the LEC Customer Service Agent. They will take the letter and look at all the things that you put inside and quick, black or close that meter so nobody will be able to buy it or use it. Or when they put money on it, it will not work. If you don't report that your meter that was stolen, somebody will be using it. And if you were having money on the meter before they steal it, when they give your new meter, the money will still be on your meter, yeah? Until you yourself you choose to use it when they finish.
Oh, yes. Good news there. That the only way they steal the meter and they steal the LEC wire, then it will stop. Mahawa,
yeah?
I want to ask you, yeah? I want to put current in my new house. What am I going to do for LEC to help me to put current in the house?
Hey, brother Cody, that one is like easy thing. Just go to LEC office and tell them that you won't come in your new house. They will give you one paper. They call a application form. On that form, you will put your full name, the place you live in, your phone number, and put any of your ID, like number 1, national ID card, 2, passport, number 3, photos card, 4, driver license. The LEC people then will look at all the things in Google. When it correct, the LEC people then will send their workers with one paper called service order in your community to check good and see whether your new house get good wiring and installation for them to put current inside. Right after that, they will tell you how much you will pay to a bank account. If that single phase meter, you will pay 79.10 USD. But when a 3-phase meter, you will pay $384.20 USD. When the finance people then see the money in their system, LEC will say, well, quick to put current in your new house.
I wonder, not bad at all. But Mahawa, I won't know again, yeah? If my meter stop working or I put money inside and I won't go, what am I going to do?
My brother, that one is easy. You can report anything. I mean, anything like you have to do with LEC business inside by going to LEC Customer Service Center, or you call LEC Call Center on 4500, or you send an email to customerservice@lecliberia.com, or you can even carry a letter telling them what happened to you, whether the meter stop working or you put money and the money can go. LEC will look at all the things that you put in your letter. Check it, Google. Then LEC will send workers quick to your house and change your meter or to show you how to do it.
Thank you plenty, Mahawa. They say anything you don't know, a people pass you.
Oh, yeah.
I know what to do now.
Oh, okay, well, let's see, Okwadi. LEC is committed to providing reliable service and supporting every customer. LEC is committed to providing reliable service and supporting every customer. Report problems promptly and follow the proper procedure for faster assistance.
Liberia Electricity Corporation, powering Liberia, serving you better.
A message from the Liberia Electricity Corporation, LEC.
They make the light shine so bright.
Welcome. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. We are right here. We have with us a team from the CNDRA. Is that it? Yeah, but we call them archives. We used to saying archives. We have Josh M. Wooter. He's the exhibition team lead there. Who is Josh Wooter? Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can just focus on the microphone. So
Thank you.
How's life going?
We are good.
We also have Ebenezer A. Bobo, technical assistant to the Director General. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
How's life?
To God be the glory.
We also have Alfred Colley, the Deputy Communications Director there. Alfred, welcome.
Thank you so much, Julius.
No, let me see. I think I have the wrong one. Welcome. Okay. Let's give it another try.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I said thank you so much, Julia, for the invite today.
Yeah. Before you used to interview people.
Yeah.
Now you are the interviewee.
Yeah.
Before we go into the reason we call you people here, the CNDR, the Center for National Documents and Records Agency, that's the name, right?
Yeah.
What is it really for? What does archives do? Why do we really have archives?
Oh, thank you very much. Once again, I'm Ebenezer A. Bubba, Technical Assistant and Advisor to the Director General of the CNDRA. Oh, the National Archives and or Center for National Document and Records Agency were established by an act of legislature on November 14, 1977, with the core mandate to carry on preservation, management, maintenance, protection of public and government records, records of historical values, accessibility and retrieval of documents and records, and provide library service as well to the public. So our core function is records preservation, public records.
Okay. Anybody wants to add to that?
I think he said it all. That's our core mandate. Though we have a side attraction which has to do with the issuance of marriage certificates and licenses. We also do registration of other legal instruments.
Like what?
Like degree or code degree or seal. We should be doing that. Adoption. There's another legal instrument called degree of or certificate of divorcement. Yeah, we register all of those.
Okay, good. So I am told. So let's remain with you, Mr. Wuto. I am told about exhibition that usually happens on an annual basis. What is it?
Yeah. So as part of the activities marking the celebration of this Independence Day, as you are quite aware, Liberia will be celebrating its 179th Independence Day. So we decided this is an initiative that will be carried out in collaboration with the Office of the Director General of the Cabinet, the Honorable Nathaniel Kwakpo, who has been very, very instrumental in securing the level of support that was required to actualize this exhibition. So it is tomorrow at the Monrovia City Hall. So this is one of the official activities marking the celebration of this year's Independence Day.
What will you be exhibiting?
Yeah, so we'll be exhibiting historical documents, images, and artifacts to be, on tomorrow. And these historic documents, images, and artifacts shall include the original versions of the 1847 Declaration of Independence and Constitution. You haven't seen that before. We still have it preserved. We're talking about the original copies of these documents. We have them preserved. We'll be putting on display images and maps of early European contacts with West Africa or Liberian coastal line. We'll be displaying images of the transatlantic slave trade along the West African coast. We'll be displaying images of the abolitionist movements, champions of Pan-Africanism, and the Black African missions, the Black African Christian missions to Africa campaign, and the repatriation of free slaves and settlers in Liberia, and many, many more.
Okay, yeah, you want to add that?
Yeah, so to add up to what Mr. Wuto said, when you talk about annually, it is not only one time a year, like every June when we are celebrating International Archives Day. We also conduct exhibition in counties that we are celebrating the International Archives Day. And also, like he said, tomorrow will be showcasing the Commonwealth flag of Liberia. Not many of our students have seen that, because when you see the Commonwealth flag of Liberia, there is a big difference between the current flag that we are using and that of the Commonwealth flag at that time. Also, there will be photo of Madam Swakoko. Many a times we hear Swakoko, Swakoko, but most of our students are yet to see the photo of Madam Swakoko in that particular area that we are having all of our artifacts and images that are there. So I just thought to bring you some of that information.
Okay. Now, by what time is it happening?
Yes, so the official viewing of these historical documents and artifacts will commence at 10 a.m. and it runs up to 4 p.m. It's a day-long event.
Also, that is you will have them posted at places or what?
At the Monrovia City Hall. Yeah, we have taken the hall for that purpose. So we'll be in the main hall. The items will be on display in the main hall. And there's something about this exhibition. It has been irregular. We want to regularize it. We want to ensure that it becomes customary to the commemoration of our independence days. So where we will have a week-long exhibition to be clammers on the official day of the celebration of independence. So that on that official day, we can have the President of the Republic of Liberia leading an array of foreign guests to view the historical documents. So that is the plan going forward. So we have it, just for a day for this time, but in future celebrations, we hope to have a week-long exhibition, where we can be able to put these priceless, these invaluable assets of the state, for people to physically see them.
Okay. Now, will you be displaying things like the original constitution, all those kinds of documents?
Yeah. That's what we said. The original. Those days.
Do we still have it?
We have the original copy, the original versions, the original copies of that 1847 Declaration of Independence, and of course that Constitution, the 1847 Constitution. We have the original copies. And Julius, you are encouraged to come. It will amaze you to see those things.
What I want you to give the particular names of the historical documents. Let people hear it. Let people want to.
Yeah, we'll be displaying also, as I say, images of the earlier settlers by settlements. By the colonization societies in Liberia, the Providence Island, Cape Moserado, etc. You will also have images of colonial agents, governors, local chiefs, and kings in Liberia, the colonial period, the Commonwealth period, images and personalities, the 1911 and 1914 agreement on boundary readjustment between the colony of Sierra Leone and Liberia, original copy. We have a lot that will be displayed. We do not have the luxury of time to name all of what we have in our holdings. But I'm encouraging you, Julius, you and your media colleagues wouldn't, regret visiting that exhibition site tomorrow. It will be amazing.
Okay, good. Now, is it only happening in Monrovia?
Yes, it's happening in Monrovia. As we said, this is something we're trying to plan and replicate. So for this time, due to a resources challenge, we would have had we would have loved to take it over to Buchanan. But again, we had an exhibition in Buchanan and during the celebration of this year's International Archives Day. So we had a celebration in Buchanan. But as I told you, going forward, we ensure that we have a week-long exhibition.
How do you preserve these things, like those hard copies and all that? How are you able to preserve them?
It requires specialized training, so we have archivists that we have been training over the years. So they use their expertise, their wealth of experience in national documents preservation. There are techniques to use. We use the ice-free boxes to preserve them. We have chemicals that we use, on the document, to make them durable, so that so that they are not impacted by age.
You the technical man. Is the CNDRA considering moving to digital?
Obviously, as thank you very much for that important question. Indeed, global covered institutions have moved on to digitizing the archives, and so yes, we are moving in that direction. But it is important to state here that the National Archives has not been given the much more needed attention by national government as it relates to a budgetary allocation in ensuring that the National Archives is put on par with other global archival institutions in terms of the preservation of public documents and records. There are challenges. We are getting along with what we have now. We're doing everything to make sure that we gravitate from the manual or analog process we have there. We have carved a 5-year strategic plan, and that also have enshrined in that plan and the complete digitization of the entire and records that we have in our holdings. And so, yes, it is important. We are there, and gradually we hope that our national leaders, the legislatures, those of the Ministry of Finance, and it can pay much more attention to the National Archive, because the National Archive is like a national mirror that aid you in and looking into the past, the present, and the future. It helps provide direction in making and sound and prudent decisions in governance and also and transparency and accountability. It helps a government make informed decisions. And so it's a very, very important institution that government needs to pay attention to. And I can say that the president, the vice president, the speaker, and every member of the House, of the legislature, the judiciary, all of those people, the individuals that are there, their family heritage are with the archives. And it is important that unborn generation are able to, at all given point in time, reference those information, their family heritage that are there, so that they can be informed. And by doing so, they got to do everything possible to lend the requisite support, financial support to the institution, so that it gravitates to a level on par with other global archival institutions. And by that, we will have the National Archives among those institutions that we can all be proud of. And so it's important. We want to use this medium to call on all of our leaders, the president, the finance minister, the committee on ways and means of the House. We call on all of them to pay attention to the National Archives. And it will interest you to note that the kind of work that we do, people make as low as $80. You understand? And I'm saying,
the archives?
I'm saying something. And so all of these things need to be addressed, because when the man is paid in ways that he can take care of his family and all of that, it puts him in the position to be more ethical and professional. And in order to get the kind of anticipated result in the discharge of the respective duties, you need to have something motivating them.
Okay. Now let me come. Yeah, you want to add?
Yes. So you talk about digitization, and he said it is part of our strategic plan. A matter of fact, it's the first pillar in our 5-year strategic plan, the issue of digitization. So with that, in the wisdom of our own Director General, Honorable D. Nelson Benga, upon taking over and based on his own advocacy and his engagement, currently we have entered an MOU with an international institution called Family Search. The Family Search will come in to help the National Archive with the issue of digitization. And based on that MOU, the institution have already earmarked 3 persons that will be taken from here to Germany to have the first-hand training. Upon their return, they will be able to help Family Search with the issue of digitization. And currently, as we speak, the place where Family Search and that of the ACA will be working, the room that they will be working to carry on their digitization, we have a place that is currently being set up with AC, other chairs, and other furniture that needed to be in that place. So yes, the issue of digitization, we are taking that seriously because we don't want people coming where we'll be flipping papers from one place to another place. You can live in America, when that is done, you can live in any part of the world and access whatsoever document you think you want.
Let me remain with you. Do you do exhibitions at your office, like schools want to bring their students there to see some of these documents and all that? Is it allowable?
Yes, of recent June 16, we received a communication from an individual whom name I cannot remember. She came and she did a communication that, hey, I want to bring my 2 kids here to where you have your exhibition so they can see some of the items that you have there. And upon sending the communication to the communication office, we then transfer the communication to the archival section that is responsible for exhibition. And she came with her 2 kids, and they went, they view all of what we have in our holding. Upon her return, she came back in the office to appreciate us that was the first time for kids to have gone there and see some of the things that she told them that we were keeping them to the National Archives.
Let me bring out an elephant in the room that I wasn't thinking about, but messages are coming into that effect. People are saying, do you have the original deed for Liberia? Especially given what is happening at the border with Guinea and all that stuff.
We do not have the original deed of Liberia. Something happened. We are in the process of reclaiming some of the items that were taken from our holdings. Take, for example, we were embarrassed during the Bar Satinian ceremony. During the Satinian ceremony, the American government presented, I think it was President Barclay at the time, they presented him something called
that would be 1957. Was it not Tubman?
I think 57, I think it should be Tubman or Barclay. Mm-hmm. They presented him something called a golden play, Plague, golden play. So the Americans call on us.
I think it's P-L-A-Q-U-E.
P-L-A-Q-U-E, yeah, golden play. Yeah. So the Americans wanted also to put that particular image on display because they remember at the time. So we decided to put a hunt for that particular instrument. We searched through all our holdings. We couldn't find it. We told them to check in Washington because there are 2 areas you can find a lot of stuffs that, from our holdings from the holdings of the National Archives, like the Indiana University, then the Library of Congress. If you visit the 2 areas in the States, you found a lot. So,
but does the country have deed, land deed?
The country should have, but guess what I'm saying? Liberia gained her independence in 1847. We did not have the government officially conducting business until 1850. So if you check within our holdings, especially at our repository, you will find ideas relating to the colonial period, in the 1800s and so forth. You have the deeds. So it is possible that deed is with the American, with the authority of the American Colonization Society, which no longer exists. So we can stay with the federal government, the United States government. So this is one of our plans to ensure that those holdings are returned, and I think they have expressed interest in that. So we are working on the modalities. There are a lot of things we don't have, that people have in their possession that we are trying to reclaim in good faith.
And in addition, a bulk of those artifacts and historical documents were taken away during our civil crisis.
Yeah.
Yes, that one of the setback we have had over the period. bulk of them. And so we are in the business, but the issue of the
But it is possible that while we had them here, the Americans could also have them, because I have realized a whole lot of people who have written stuff on Liberia, especially relative to history, usually go to the US and they find
more like it serves as a backup. So upon request, something can be done about that.
Yes, so we are
and
working on
another thing I thought to flag here is that we are about to digitize the presidential records of President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf 12 years at the National Archives, and in collaboration with the Ellen Johnson and Foundation for Women and Development, and that under that project, we are to go through some level of transformation, especially in the area of digitization, because the EGS Foundation, in collaboration with the Harvard University, they will be providing some technical hardwares that will be used. Like he talked about, 3 of our staffs will be going to Germany and to do a training in the area of conservation of records, and that area is very cardinal because is responsible to resuscitate the documents. If it is dying, they bring it back to life. If anything that is wearing away is being brought to life as though it was nothing wrong with it. So they will be going, I think, by September or so, and after that they return. And one of the things that is important that I flag here is that we were able to put together a presidential records guidelines. That guidelines, the presidential records are associated with national security records, and so there are steps that you must follow before you can access those records. And so in doing so, we were able to develop a presidential records guidelines, and currently that documents have been validated and before the Ministry of Justice, and that records was developed by the National Archives in collaboration with the EGS Foundation and all of the national security apparatus. So we came together and carved out an important tool that aid us in how we handle those presidential records. And so we want to call on the Ministry of Justice, because they continue to delay in completing that guidelines, because it has to be signed by the Minister of Justice, and that is taking a slow pace. We want to use the medium to call the Ministry of Justice to do that, because the whole project is time bound. Every segment of the program has a time limit, and we need to conform to those time, or else it will be creating a setback. And we cannot access those records. No one can access those records in the absence of that guidelines. So it's very important that we have it, because it has to be done with the presence of national security and individuals. So they will be able to guide the process in keeping with the guidelines. Those records that are not to be accessed, that are national security oriented, they will be able to address that in keeping with the guidelines. So it's very important.
What is the role of the archives in the whole land deed thing? What do you do?
Oh, the National Archives, like I said, was established in 1977, and prior to its establishment, the archives were under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and it used to call the Department of Archives. And so one Neil Tubble, who was with the United Nations and with the Foreign Ministry as well, said, look, we are overburdened. I think there's a need to establish, a body, an institution that will be squarely responsible for archiving the national document of this country. And so that's how they established that. Now, and since then, all these and titles, titles are related documents. Your marriage certificate is a title, your birth certificate is a title, and every instrument that bears your name, and they are all title documents. And the National Archives preserve over 52 different titles documents that we call legal instruments. And we have been registering Title D up to the coming into existence of the Liberian Land Authority, which was established based on the proliferation of land conflict in our country that took many lives. And in the wisdom, the government at the time thought it fit to establish the then Land Commission that transitioned into the fourth authority now called the Liberian Land Authority. Now, along that way, something went wrong, and that they shifted from the main core function that has to do with land administration, land acquisition, and and mitigation of land conflict, and developing policies that address the handling of land so that it curtails a conflict. All of those things, now they are dodging into preservation of records. So that has to do with the registration of deeds.
But the law here, I think that's the law I have before me.
Yeah, the
52.2, the Act of Land Authority says, upon coming into operation of this Act, the deed and land registration functions carried out by CNDRA shall be taken over by the authority. 52.3, CNDRA shall, however, remain the repository of final versions of all land records, as well as deeds and other land-related documents and maps, both hard and electronic copies, and shall A, preserve those records, B, provide ready public access to those records, C, convert them as may be practicable and funds permit to electronic formats, D, facilitate the integration of the electronic data into larger databases, and E, protect such records and data against loss or illegal modifications.
Yeah. So you see, there is a conflict in the law, because the land authority, that provision that talks about final version. Now, the first thing there, how do we get to that point? The land authority conducts survey. The land authority produces the deed. Then she preserving it, which is the function of the National Archives.
Yeah, they said you are supposed to
preserve it.
Yeah.
Now, it tells you provide ready public access. It talk about access and retrieval based on application from holders of the document, perhaps got missing or destroyed and wanting the copy. They can apply to get a copy. And then that law is saying that it is the archives that are responsible to do that. But it would interest you to note that the Liberian Land Authority is violating this provision of the own act by conducting such, issuing letter of confirmation, and issuing a satisfied copy in violation of that law. The law says the final version of a land deed is its registration. Now, the registration is the making record of something. When you make record of something, it means that we do.
No, but the law saying they should be the one to register.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
So when they finish registering, then they send it to you.
So the law now, there where the conflict is. The law did not tell you that portion. It tells you that as you register, instantaneously, they must hit the archives.
Don't keep it.
Don't keep it. It's only for them to track it. But we preserve it.
Yeah.
And as such, they got no right
to issue
anything. Now, do you know that during the transition, there are millions of records were taken away, and the land authority is providing satisfied copy for as far back at the 50s. I mean the 1800s and 60s and 70s.
Is it not some of the things causing problems? Yeah.
That's the conflict we're talking about. That's the conflict. Now there are a lot of things that.
So right now, if people buy land and stuff, they don't go to archives to register it again?
No. So you would know that they came into function, that registration component. They started July 1, 2018. From July 1, 2018 till now, they have taken siege of that document. Nothing have been turned over to the archives in violation of the law. So there where we are. So you will find out people come to archives, they say go to land authority. Go to land authority, they say go to archives.
But I remember going to archives.
Good. The archives is the one responsible to preserve those records.
I went to land authority, I went to archives.
So we cannot have
which one?
we cannot have two institutions replicating and the same function. Especially the one that is squarely by law to be carried out by the National Archives.
Let me come to Mr. Wuto. In terms of so the documents that you preserve are governmental documents.
Governmental documents.
Mm-hmm.
We also preserve documents from some relevant private institutions.
Like
if your institution has documents of public interest, like see the Millennium Challenge Compact, there are documents, there are plans on the way for them to transfer all the documents to us when the first compact ended. Because they are serving the public. So any public institution that is providing services to the public, any private institution that's providing services to the public, the documents to the National Archives have dominion over them in terms of management and preservation.
Okay, what do you do with stuff like marriage certificates?
We preserve them as well because.
No, but I mean, how now? Is it that people go to you for it, or when people get married, they need to carry it to you, or what?
No.
How does it work?
No. Right now, we got two marriage systems in the country.
Okay.
You got the customary
and the Western.
The Western. We issue the Western marriage certificates.
Okay, you issue the certificates.
Yeah, we issue the certificates, and we issue that certificate based on application. One wanting to obtain that certificate, and so they apply to obtain that certificate.
Oh, okay. It is a certificate. But, I have never got married before, so I don't know how it works. I have interest now. Yeah. So people apply for it. It is that certificate they can carry to the church to sign.
Yeah,
or to the court.
To the court.
Either way, wherever you want to. But there are people there are individuals who are responsible by law to officiate weddings and marriage. You got the officiating clergies, you got the judge, you got the justice of the peace, and those are people responsible to officiate. So you can get married anywhere. Either one of them can officiate. Officiate your wedding.
So when a person gets married and they sign a certificate, they gotta carry back.
Yes. Yeah, is to be approved by the Director General. When the Director General approves it, then we issue you your copy.
Then you keep copy.
Yeah, we keep copy. It's on the record. It's digitized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime that one, nobody can tamper with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and one thing we having problem with, which we are working on now, the issue of divorce. All right. People go and get the bill of divorcement from the court.
But they don't go to archives.
But it doesn't come to the archives because it is not inscribed on that instrument registered according to law. So as it is issued by the court, people just take it home. But it's part of our legal instrument that we register.
Yeah, because
at the end...
Because archives still has you recorded as married.
Yeah.
And they don't have information that you divorce.
You see there? So in recent time, another issue that...
But is it possible for there to be a digital coordination between archives and the courts so that it is automatic, that when those kinds of things happen, they can just furnish you with the information and you do the updates?
But where we are now, we have had some discussions with the judiciary, precisely the Chief Justice, on these two items, the instruments. One, the certificate of naturalization. You remember the Wambodigi case, the Wambodigi saga, as to whether or not he actually went through the process of naturalization. There was never a trace on his naturalization documents because those certificates or records were never registered at the archives for reference purposes. So in our wisdom, through the Director General, we have communicated with the Chief Justice, and we met to see how best and we can have those instruments, brought to the archives for registration and for reference purposes, so that we don't get involved or get entangled with,
the mess of about exhibition, but we're not talking exhibition thing. We're not here. Yeah. All the other one are important. You are providing interesting and very important information to the public. Like me, I didn't know how your whole marriage thing can work.
So we concentrate more on that.
So, so I want to come to that issue of marriage. Where you go to the National Archives, you apply for your marriage certificate, and when you apply, you fill in the application form, and then the requirements are there. You have to carry 2 passport size photos, white background, you and that of your spouse. When you carry that, and we will request your national ID card. If not available, you have your passport or your birth certificate. Okay. So you carry all of these records at the National Archives, and then we request again for your medical certificate for both partners. So when that is done, you go and pay your money to the bank and bring the receipt to the National Archive, then your process starts from there. So once your certificates get ready, we call you for you come and pick up your certificates and carry right after the wedding. You have 1 week to return those certificates. So upon the return, the director will sign on them, and after that, we give you 2 copies. The 2 copies, one will be in the system with us. So should in case tomorrow the certificate we gave you damaged, you can come back and reference it. Okay. We will give that to you. So he talked about the issue of the naturalization certificates. Is a law. When you get your certificate, after all of your court proceeding, go to the National Archive and have it with the archive. The issue of the bill of divorcement. After all the court process, you carry there. So tomorrow, there's someone asked
and someone can do the update that this person was married, but this time the divorce.
Today,
let me go back to that. Man.
Today, someone asked the question before you can get to him. They wanted the number of certificates the institution issue in 2025, the number of divorce cases, the certificate we received, the divorce certificate we received. So we could not give definite answer to the number of divorce cases because most of them are returning the certificate to the National Archives.
So if you are doing your sweet thing and you are jolly and you are married and now the thing are okay again, and you go your separate way, you please carry the certificate and hold your phone. The country needs.
No. What we want to do, like I said, we in discussion with the Chief Justice, the head of the judiciary. So that they inscribe on that document, because the court is the one that issuing those documents. So let them inscribe on it, register according to law. Then it becomes compelling.
So that they carry there.
They can carry there.
Okay. Now let me come back to him. Two questions on the exhibition. But before the exhibition, it said if people are doing research and they need to have access to certain documents, can they easily get to archives and carry on their research?
Yeah, we have been entertaining a lot of foreign guests every now and then, especially PhD students doing their dissertations. They normally come to do research over there. It's free of charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. On the exhibition, is it free?
It's free. The entrance is free. All that is required is good behavior. And people will be served on a first come first served basis because we expect people to form queue.
Okay.
Yeah.
To see all of the historical documents.
Yes.
This is the OK conversation we have with us, folks. You see why it was important to have them here? A whole lot of things that some of us did not know. We know them now. When you divorce, carry the certificate back. Tomorrow is the exhibition. I hope to pass by to see some of these Asian documents. It's very important. 777-995-555-995-995. Perhaps we'll have them here again in the near future to go deeper into these other things. Very, very important. We'll reach out to Land Authority as well, hopefully, and see if we can bring them on. 777-700-995-555-995-995. Any question? Any concern? Let's go. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Hello. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah. How you doing, Julius? And hello to guys on studios there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can normally listen to that program. Sorry, my name is Charles again on the 14th Street. Yeah, I can normally listen to the program on Friday, and I can hear the federal institute explaining different things about the archive. But there's a problem, right? I've been confused on the work of the archive and that of the work of the National Library, right? So all of those documents that they say they will be showing up tomorrow to where they will show it out, I thought those documents supposed to be kept by the National Library. But now, anytime they're talking those things, I can normally think, so what is the difference between the National Library and that of the archive? So let them please expand on it for me.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. Welcome. Let's hear you. Hello? Okay, but you're not saying anything. Let me read something that may be of interest to you. Dr. Artemus Gay in the US is saying the original deed of 1822 is at the Chicago History Museum, just 10 minutes away from my house. So someone is providing information where the original 1822 deed of Liberia is. Very important for you.
Yeah.
At the Chicago History Museum.
Okay.
10 minutes away from his house. He's a historian. He writes and all that. So perhaps I'll give his contact to you people as well. Welcome. Let's hear you. Yeah?
Good afternoon.
Yes, go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Julius, I heard your studio just talking about presidential papers.
Uh-huh.
President Tolbert.
Yeah, I know. I read some of Tolbert's papers. Yeah?
Yeah, how important are those for it? Can you be preserved in the archive or, I'm just curious because I heard you talking about preserving presidential people, President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
Okay.
There are two different books. One is President Taylor, so there are about 100 to 105 pages or more than that with pictures.
I know. I read something on Tolbert presidential papers. And there was a book. Yeah.
Yeah, I got President Taylor's one actually. I got one for President Taylor.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. They will respond to that. 777-700-995, 555-995, the numbers to call. Let's see who's on this end. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
This is Williams calling from Waterside.
Go ahead.
I have two questions. One, what collection? I have a certain bachelor or special certificate. What collection does they have on one obtaining a certificate from the archive?
You went. Oh, okay. It is the phone that is going off. Sorry. Use the 555-995. The other one just went off. Let me see some of the concerns that have come in. This one says, Topman, Idris Belete says, Topman celebrated Liberia 100, which led to the construction of the Centennial Pavilion. Yes, so that was Topman. Joseph Nyankun, please ask guys talking about the exhibition of historical documents, artifacts, and photos. Do they have the boundary harmonization documents for Liberia and Guinea and Sierra Leone? And okay, for Liberia and Guinea and Liberia and Sierra Leone and Liberia and Ivory Coast. It's very important to see those documents if they have them. 555-995-995. Let's take a few more. We're almost out of time, and we'll go back to them. Okay, Joshua Howard also wants to know, please ask a guest if they contacted any Liberian firm to do the digitization of their system. Also looking at the sensitivity of these national documents, how will they ensure the safety of the data? Are they willing to work with Liberian experts in areas of cyber security? Okay. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead quickly.
Yeah, how you doing? Good. I'm Mr. Toe, calling you from Fan Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, I lost my certificate, my wedding certificate. So, what do I do to get it?
Okay, thanks so kindly. They will respond. Julius, please answer, guys. I got married June 11, 2022, but I haven't carried my certificate back. What can I do? Oh, you are enjoying. The enjoyment kept carrying you. They will answer. They will answer to you. Enjoyment can carry you. Everything be here, man. Welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name?
How are you?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm listening. Don't say calling from Pinsay. I want to find out how much is the actual cost for wedding certificate.
Okay, thanks so kindly. We will go back to them and respond to those concerns that have come in because we have just 5 minutes.
Okay. One of the callers spoke about what's the importance of the bachelor certificate in obtaining the marriage certificate. Well, it is important because it is a requirement, a very strong requirement that enables one to obtain the marriage certificate. And important in that it tells the National Archives, because it's a national document, that clearly define the status of the couple to be. That they are not attached to any marital contract. So by obtaining that bachelor certificate and presenting it, it enables the National Archives to issue you the certificate. So that's the importance of obtaining the bachelor to onward getting the marriage certificates. And another thing somebody talked about, what's the difference between the library and the archive? No, the artifacts. Why are they not taking it to the library? The library is an institution known as the fountain of knowledge. It's where people go, to build their capacity. And you have different information that you go and read. And the library nowadays now, it's not basically books. You got e-library now. You go and do your research. But when it comes to artifacts, it's a different ball game from the library and service and delivery. Completely different. So that has to do with an archival preservation of those historical artifacts. So they are not sent to the library. It has a specific and site for where they are put on display at any given time. Students and an interested person can go and have access to those historical artifacts. And yes, we have on the issue of the presidential paper of the president. Somebody talk what a librarian firm is involved. Yes, librarians. In fact, as a matter of fact, bulk of the interested vendors who are in the field of digitization, we have continued to prioritize Liberians, who are in that field. And as we speak, that has a relative to the presidential records. It's a Liberian firm that is attached to a German firm in Germany, and they are jointly and about to carry out that aspect of the digitization of the presidential records. And so we have records on Firestone, we have records on the various presidents, Topman, Torbo, and all of that. We will be going to get President Weir's certificate, presidential records. We will be going to get President Tiller, all of the presidents. So this identical and this identical presidential and records and repository is going to house all of the presidential records of of the Republic of Liberia. Presidents who are saved, their records will be archives, and it's a continual process. We will be collecting those records tenure upon tenure.
Okay.
So when Boaka tenure over, we're going to get his first term and records as well.
We'll give you 30 seconds just to end up, and we'll end up with Wuta.
So let me say,
yeah.
Let me say thank you so much for the opportunity given us today. And I want to encourage the public. Our offices are open, most especially the information office. Whatever information you want concerning the National Archives, visit the communication office.
Did you call the fees for the marriage certificate?
The marriage certificate fees. There's 180. Why 180? The certificate is 150, but it's compulsory you obtain the bachelor certificates. 15, 30. So it's 180.
Okay. Someone also talk about if
they lost their certificate.
So what do they need to do quickly?
They need to come to the office with their receipt, and also the person that said he got married, he yet to return his certificate. Then he also come to the office.
Okay, Mr. Wuto, 30 seconds.
Yeah, so tomorrow, national exhibition will be hosted under the theme showcasing our paths for national progress. So we want to encourage everyone to come and see for themselves.
I'm told that the president will be there as well.
Yeah, we hope that the president can come because we invited them. We invited even members of the diplomatic corps.
Thanks so
kindly. Academicians and civil society organizations, the media, students.
Thanks so kindly. That's how